This is Jeff Greeby with Weichert Realtors Advantage Plus, and this is my market moment for July 18th. The economy is slowing down. We've seen tremendous appreciation over the last couple of years. We knew that wasn't really sustainable, and many continue to say we're going to end up in a bad situation. But if we look at the Home Price Expectations Survey, they say home prices will continue to rise at an average of 8.5%. This is 100 economists, housing market experts, those that are in the know with housing across the country. I want to look at why this will be the case, even with all the bad economic news. But before we do, be sure to like, follow, and subscribe to this page to get each week's market moments. And comment below about what you are thinking about the housing market. There's been a video circulating around from Dave Ramsey, where he talks about the number of people in the market and why homes aren't going to lose value. And it's very compelling. Maybe you've seen it. In the video, he says the root issue of what drives prices is almost always supply and demand. And I agree 1,000%. He goes on to say interest rates affect that. That's true too. When interest rates go up, guess what? Fewer buyers. Exactly what we're seeing right now. The demand goes down. Thus prices are going to soften or not be as cray-cray, that's his word, as they have been. And that's a good thing. And that's what we're seeing right now. I don't think there's a better summation of what drives the market and what's happening right now. Okay, so let's first cover supply. You can see on this chart that for the last 14 years, the gray bars, we have been below the 50-year average in the number of new builds brought to the market. Builders are at the center of this, and we know that in 2008, they got wiped out. And this year, builders are bringing units back to the market, and we will finally surpass that 50-year average. They're trying to bring supply back, but they just can't do it overnight. So we know we're undersupplied. What about the demand? All right, the demand is driven by the size of the millennials that are moving through the market. On this chart, you can see here in blue, the millennial generation, the largest generation behind the baby boomers. They're now moving through their peak home buying years. According to NAR, in their recent home buyer survey, 81% of first-time home buyers fall into this category. In this age range, 43% of all buyers fit into this category. So there's tremendous demand driven by the millennial generation. I've said this before, and this quote again says, experts don't believe the market is in a bubble or that a crash is in the cards like during the Great Recession. And I think we're starting to see that. And I'll end on this. I'm not suggesting that we're in a market that's not going to be difficult or there's not going to be some challenges, because there will be, no doubt. I think this market is more difficult for sellers, certainly, than we've seen the last couple of years, in a big way. But I'll say this, there are a lot of folks the last couple of years that found it impossible to go out and buy a house. They dropped out of the process because they either couldn't win out on a bid, multiple offer scenarios, all those things we saw happening, and they just said, you know what, we're not going to do it. And they felt like the dream of home ownership was out of reach. It certainly costs more right now, and it still may be difficult, but it's not impossible. If we can help you with home ownership, give us a call at 865-474-7100 or online at AdvantagePlusTN.com. This is Jeff Greeby with Weichert Realtors Advantage Plus. Have a great day.